Hey, folks. Long time no see. Not really that long if I think about it, compared to what I said it was gonna I might do. But as you can see, Duane and I are here. I did this show because we didn't. I asked Duane when it was going to be easier for him, Sunday or Friday, and not knowing if Chad was going to have a show, I figured do it an hour after Chad's time slot anyway. So thanks for coming and watching. And you want to say anything, Duane?
Hello. That's good enough for me. Good to be back with Chris, that is. So.
Uh-oh. Mike, the crazy card said, "Is it Friday? Uh-oh, I gotta get to work. It stays off Wednesday."
Yeah. So what have you been up to, Chris? Fill us in.
Well, I didn't really want to talk about necessarily the other stuff, but I'm just going through.
Well, I meant reselling.
I know. Well, I'm going to be getting rid of my eBay store.
Oh, you are?
Yes, because the yearly re-ups in October 1st.
Uh-huh.
And not knowing exactly when certain things are going to happen, I don't want to try running a store and then not having the money to pay the bills and everything else after the fact.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I'll still have her account, so I'll basically have two accounts with 50 free listings and plus more because they got her at 90. You know, she only has 14 items.
Gotcha.
I'll probably just get bumped back down to 50.
So you're going to continue being a reseller, but you're just not going to have a store.
Right. I may not push and work it like that hard, only because of the fact I work harder when I have a partner that's able to do the other half of what I can't do.
Right.
So I'm going to have to learn the packing. I might, like I said during the last one when I tried getting into reselling talking, is that I'm going to just do the smalls with the patterns and stuff like that on her one account, and then other small stuff on mine, plus the big stuff on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Well, very cool. At least you'll stay around and you know, continue with your business somehow, right?
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to do Facebook.
They're saying I got all dressed up. What the hell are you talking about? This is my work shirt.
They're saying how to dress you.
Undressed me, maybe, but not dressed me.
So that's basically what it is. I'm going to be getting rid of my store. I got 13 cups up for auction now. On the 26th, between the 26th and the 30th, I'm just going to close down the store and figure out what high-end items I want to put on for the 50 freebies. And then I'll still might do other things or transfer different things and say if it doesn't sell within 2 months, it's going on Facebook just at $1 and whatever I get, I get.
Right. That's cool.
And I haven't done any update videos on the thrift store that's getting built across the street, but it doesn't look like they've done much since the last video.
Really? Well, it's starting to get cold now. I mean, are they going to have it?
You were here in December wearing shorts, and it was comfortable until the wind hit you.
I wear shorts year round, man. It doesn't matter.
You literally said this wind gets to you, but otherwise you were comfortable.
Yeah, that's true. I don't get cold unless the wind blows, and then then it can get cold, of course. So, but
I was wearing a sweatshirt that day.
yeah, you had your jacket on. I think leather jacket.
That was it. I was like, now it's just because I was going out. I didn't know we were going to eat, so I didn't really want to get dressed up. I didn't want to look like a swamp either.
Nikki says, "Welcome back, Chris."
Thanks. I'm not going to be back completely yet, but I wanted to do another update. So, and let everybody know the store is going to be, and if you already know what my store is, might be a good time to start giving me offers.
There you go. Everybody go buy from Chris. He's blowing shit out.
Well, I don't know about blowing it out, but I mean, once you know who gets back on Sunday, if I get any sales, I can get them out.
Got it.
But at the end of the month, in the first game, I got to figure out how to do the closing of the store without closing the account.
Right. Exactly. So, well, very good, man. It's good to see you a little more chipper than the last time we talked. The last time we talked, it wasn't so.
Yeah, and I think I was wearing the same shirt too. I think.
Hell if I know. I don't remember what shirt you were wearing,
Uh,
man.
I don't either. Now I'm not gonna be able to go back and look because I deleted it that same within 30 minutes of us getting done. And
Right.
people after in the groups were saying there's no video. I'm like, I couldn't handle
Right.
letting more people see. It was bad enough 50 people.
Sure. Sure. Well, and the people that you did want to see came and showed up. Yeah. You know. So, for the most part, I imagine.
Yep.
So. All right, so you're going to continue to resell, but it'll probably be on the back burner until you find somebody to help you out.
Well, until I figure out how to do the packing and stuff on my own. Like, I'm not going to be able to necessarily pack the Christmas houses the right way that she does.
Why?
I got like 4 or 5 Christmas houses to this on that are listed.
Well, you know, it's not magic, man.
No, but I don't want the way I do things. Sometimes all of a sudden I get upset and I'm like, I gotta get in there anyway.
Right. So
that's why it was 50-50. I did the listings for myself. I did until I got the phone. She did pictures.
Right.
So
now have you done some listing since?
Well, I did a couple on Facebook for the small $1 items. That's about it. And then it's like I said, if I had a couple of eBay sales that people saw on my Facebook page. I sold the Northwestern hat.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And I actually sold locally. I sold University of Michigan hat that I was sent. I sold it for $10. I was like, I know somebody that's going to be going to visit their relatives in Michigan in November. So I was like, I need some extra money for beer money for the poker night. So let's see if he'll buy it.
Heck yeah. Speaking of that, how have you been doing on your poker?
It depends. Some nights I play great, and I still get knocked out because of the way it's run.
Right. And
I don't have the $20, $30 that everybody else has or more to buy drinks and tip and get all these extra chips.
Right.
So, like last time I played, I had the last hand that I got knocked out in. The girl who had a big stip tax pushed all in with pocket sixes. The guy folded ace king, and I looked, and I had pocket eights, and I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna call. I call. My 8 hits on a flop, so I have trips.
Nice.
But she ended up having a straight draw on the turn, and that just about at least one person to my left definitely was calling for the 9 for her to get a straight, and the 9 hit on the river.
Oh man, that sucks.
So I don't sit there and root against anybody else. Why is everybody saying 9, 9, 9? It's like respect the players, but those certain people are now on my hit list.
There you go. There you go. So, well, good. What happened to your cats? Do you still have cats?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
And Shadow has been in the bathroom for the last month and a half. He hasn't come out.
Why?
Because of the fighting.
Oh, you haven't let him out, or he hasn't come out?
We haven't let him out.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
To the point, and it's gotten to the point where midnight will go down to the bathroom and start crying, as if he's crying for females. And I think he's doing it to tease the cat. So.
Hey, yeah, that's true. Heather says you can have my cat. Well, you can have our cat if you want.
No, because I'm going to be by myself. I'm not going to take care of 3 cats. I don't even want to take care of these 2.
But this one's fixed, and it's a female. So, yep. Lonnie says, if I had a nickel for every bad beat story I've heard, and he would know because he used to deal. So.
Yeah, that's what usually happens to me. When I get it in, most of the people, even the dealer, when one person said I actually showed a bluff, people said, "Oh, so there's the bluffer over there," and the dealer says, "No, he hardly ever bluffs.
Right. Right.
When he bets, he usually has the nut. He usually has something.
Sure. Exactly. But even with the best cards at the start, you can still get beat on
Well,
the river.
I put all in on that one hand, and it's like the person folded, and then he said, just before I was ready to flip over, he said, I think I should have called. I said, you should have, and that's when I flipped over the bluff.
Nice.
Okay, with almost $100,000 pot and chips.
Wow.
So
pretty good. Oh, so who do we got in here? Should we do a call out? See who we got.
you got Lonnie, of course. You got Shane.
Right.
You got Duane. You got
Nikki, Lucky Reseller, Diane Matthews, Kyle, Yard Sale Hunter.
Yeah, long time no see for Kyle.
I know, man. It's too late. He needs to go to bed.
No, you hit Friday night.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, it's been so long. He's still my moderator. Imagine that.
Fireball in my veins. Ooh. Brian the Oak Pricker. Let's see. Who else do we got?
So, I was gonna say, if you guys have questions, go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're a rookie, man. You haven't been on YouTube for a while, so now you're making rookie mistakes. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, if they have any other questions, just to ask. I mean, I wasn't planning on doing an hour long anyway, so I just have, like I said, besides doing the occasional eBay thing or doing the Facebook thing, I've been doing other things to build myself back up and surround myself with more different, not necessarily different, but just more people outside of reselling.
It's awesome. Starting to rebuild the house, you got to do it.
Yep.
So has anybody got any questions in the chat for Chris? I mean, he's been gone for what?
2 weeks.
How's that? 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
Did it too?
Heck, I don't know. Been a while.
I know. Like I said, that's it. I was like, I'm not even gonna let it stay up with all the subs that don't watch live. I didn't need them to see.
Right.
My sub numbers didn't come up or down yet.
Well, that's cool. At least nobody left. Nobody said, "Oh, screw it, I'm out."
No, it has nothing going up either.
Well, that's true. Well, it's kind of hard to go up if you're not doing it.
Remember, I told you this the last time when I took the break during the summer. I was at 1,560.
And
you had 20 people sub.
Wow. See how I had a big influx of people, of subs, and then now it's really small. I get like, I don't know, 5 a week or something like that. But my show's not really conducive to having subs. I mean, the people are there. It's not something you watch afterwards, really. So I'm not going to get a lot of views after the fact.
And I've been doing a lot of apologizing to you each week. I'm like, sorry, I didn't catch this week. I fell asleep or I've been doing something else.
It's fine. I don't mind, as long as you're there in spirit. That's all that really matters. Views don't make a big difference.
And that's how another thing I've been doing. Like last Sunday, I watched the 6-pack for a while, and then I said I gotta go, or what? I didn't even said I had to go. I just left. It's like, and I watched with Tanya's video show, so it's like every once in a while I see who's on. I'm like, okay, I'll watch this one or watch this video.
Sure. So, Dustin asks, what's the topic for questions? There's really no topic. Whatever question you want to ask.
Well, Shane, my eBay's not really going anywhere because I haven't been listing, and I'm going to be delisting by the end of the month because I don't want to re-up for the year. So I'm going to basically go back down to doing 50 free. Plus, I still got the other, like I said, the other new account that we opened up. she's gonna basically give me that one, even though it's gonna be under her name. I don't know how we can switch it. So,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I really didn't know if I was gonna be. I don't know what else I'm gonna be doing. Uh, reselling wise, I didn't really get into it till I met her, so that's why I made the comment. If I find someone else that's really into it or wants to learn, you'll see me back doing it. And if I have the money, I'll probably have a store. And I might talk about doing these other places that I've always talk about, but never say I actually did, like Etsy.
Right.
Without that much money coming in, I'm not going to shell out. And that's why I have to cut back on cut back with the store.
Right. Sure. And your rent went up, correct?
It went up 25 back in August.
Yeah. Okay. So Yard Sale Hunter asks, what are your guys' thoughts on the new eBay sellers update?
I haven't even looked at it. That's what I'm saying. Now I'm supposed to be doing that because of not just this, but being an admin in the groups. I'm used to being one of the ones that puts things out there that eBay's telling us. So I don't have any thoughts because I haven't read it.
I haven't either, honestly. The only thing I've heard about was the watermarks. You can't have, you won't, nobody will be able to have watermarks on their pictures. But other than that, I really haven't even read it. So.
Well, if they can't have watermarks, though, then that just means anybody can steal your picture. And there's already people complaining about it because it's supposed to be intellectual property when you take your own pictures.
Yeah, I don't know what their reasoning was, so. Let's see. Lonnie says, how many listings are in your store now? You could just pay for extra listing above the free ones if you have some decent stuff. Yeah, I think that's what you're planning on doing, right? Is getting rid of the store. And then
I have 122 until Tuesday. Because I got 13 auctions going on with the cups.
Gotcha.
So, and I already planned on doing a couple, and I started figuring it out in my head. Okay, so 50. If I had 50 free, and then I do the other 50 at 30 cents, that's still almost the same amount of price of another the store anyway.
Right.
So I don't know if I'm gonna be really wanting to do that, but
well, just pick your 50, bigger items, and
yeah, that's what or at least the most popular. Even if they aren't necessarily the highest price, they might go out quicker. But they haven't sold yet, so I don't know how they can be popular.
Right. But typically, I mean, you get one sale that'll pay for the next 50 items. Typically, $15, right?
Yeah, but that's the way I was looking at it. I was trying to get at least $30 in a sale, so 25 of it went toward the store, and then after that, everything else was profit or toward other things, getting more stuff or whatever it needed to be going toward.
Right. Sure. See, and what me and Heather have started to do is we've decided to, I'm going to figure out some percentages and start putting money from the business into my household account. Because I, pretty much it's just, I've kind of been reinvesting, and then the business has been more my play money, eat out money, buy this money, upgrade the light set, buy more inventory. But I think I'm going to get a little more strict on where things go, 30% is reinvested or close to 30%, around 30% or something like that. I don't know the percents yet. I haven't figured it out, but
yeah, I don't even know when the last time I actually went thrifting was. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even go this whole season. I didn't go yard selling, and I was a walking baker.
Right? Yeah, no kidding. You might have to change your name, man.
That, like I said, with everything that was going on, and not having the sales coming in, I wasn't going to sit there and throw money out that I necessarily couldn't.
Sure. No, I completely understand. And for a long time, I'll tell you, I was kind of in a sourcing slump. I wasn't sourcing. I finally got rid of most of my death piles, what do you want to call them? And now I've started thrifting again. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot more fun when you get to thrift. If you're still working with the same old shit all the time, that you've looked at 3 or 4 times before you list it, it really gets.
That's the only thing that she was joking around with me saying, just put everything on the Facebook for $1. You'll have $50,000. I said, well, why haven't you done
Right.
it?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm a seller, but if you're doing it, why money coming in too? Help.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I absolutely. But so actually this past couple of weeks, probably the last week and a half, I've dumped a pretty good chunk of money into some more inventory, just to to jumpstart sales for fourth quarter.
And Lonnie asked a couple questions, but I answered one in the chat about the 30 cents for non-store, and he thought it was 10 cents. 10 cents is for either the medium store or the premium store.
Yeah, after you get through your, I think
it's for the medium because the premium is 5 cents.
Yeah, I believe so too. I think the medium store, any over your 1,000, is 10 cents a piece. So, and then he asked, "What have either of you guys had trouble with YouTube doing this video is not suitable for all advertisers?" Not that I'm aware of. I would have to go look again. I think last time I looked, I was fine.
I wouldn't know. I haven't even been paying attention. I haven't even checked to see what my invite is. Midnight, quiet. Come here. See what I mean?
That's just one cat. Yeah. So I haven't, but I'll have to go look. I don't think so. I don't make a lot of money on AdSense anyway. Again, like I was saying earlier, being that mine mostly is live. There's not a lot of viewers after the fact. I think I started doing these. When did we start? June. I started doing the auctions.
Yeah, I think it was mid-June.
And I think I'm up to like $22 in AdSense money. And this is September, so something like that,
Yeah.
But
I also told you that it would take time probably anyway. Even if you didn't do the auction stuff, you were doing this stuff. It took me almost over a year and a half before I got my first
$100.
payout, and that was after a year of already doing videos without the ads. So I had already had 50 to whatever videos that got ads to them after.
Yeah. So.
And it still took a year and a half.
Yeah, I think Lonnie's just got the rough mouth there. You raised a flag at one time, Lonnie. Now you're on the radar. So anytime, there's that Lonnie guy again. We'll get him again. So, yeah, I haven't had any trouble.
Yeah, since this is really my first show, I haven't really, in a while, I haven't, like I said, haven't really done much for YouTube. It's just, I wanted people to know that I was still out here. I was still around.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you did.
Especially when you yelled at me, last week, saying, you gotta get your butt back on YouTube.
Yeah, cause I heard other people saying that the same thing that I was thinking is that, this is kind of your only social outlet right now. I mean, there's other obviously now, but what I meant is you don't, your friends are out here. So, Chris, what are your YouTube plans?
Have no ideas yet. I'm basically taking it one day, 1 hour at a time type of thing. Whatever's gonna happen happens. If of course I want to bring back. That's why I asked Duane to be honest. If I just wanted to do an update, I could have done a video or did it live and been done in 15 minutes. But I wanted to have the interaction because that's the way I am.
Right, that's the way I have to do it too. I can't just sit and talk to the camera. I think me and Lonnie have actually talked about that I can't do just talking to the camera. It just doesn't work for me. I need more interaction with people and playing off what other people say and such. So.
Not knowing who you are,
my receding hairline? Why? Come on now.
Either yours or mine. The thing is, mine is I cut it down that short anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Just on those videos.
Yeah, someone asked him what did they do.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Kyle, what are you doing, man? You're slacking. The wrench, you have to use the wrench or it gets old, man. You know, it gets all rusty. You got to use that rinse once in a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to fight that right now with the mouse, and I'm like, hey. I don't want to accidentally do the wrong person.
Yeah, that happens here. I don't know, Kyle. Can you handle it, man? Do you need me to take care of it? I don't know. Oh yeah, I do have a wrench. Making sure I did. Well, I thought I did, but I had to look.
But I don't know what my YouTube plans really are. I want to bring back the shows, but I don't know if I was actually thinking about it. If I wanted to do it on Sundays, or if I wanted to move it to another night, not Wednesday nights, but maybe back to Mondays. But now I just found out they started another poker night at a different bar downtown, and if my usual ride says he'll give me a ride there, I might have 2 nights to go out, but I don't know.
I did. Let's see.
He banned it, but it does the delete first, Lonnie.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. Yeah, it does a delete first. I did do that. So I know we're not as all good as wrenches as you are, Lonnie. I mean,
usually I am, but I just haven't.
Yeah.
Remember, I used to watch one of the tougher ones on Chad's shows.
Sure.
If Ronnie didn't beat me to him.
Exactly. So, well, good. I'm glad you're back. At least not necessarily back, but at least around, I should say. Maybe you can come on and talk in the chat once in a while and say hello.
I do. Like I said, I did it a couple weeks ago on your hangouts, on one of your shows, and I'm like, I gotta go. It's like, I don't know what it was. It's just something about that. At some point, I'm like, okay, I want to go do something else. It's like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know where my passion is gonna be.
Sure. Well, yep.
It's all over the place at certain times. It's like, the times I sat here, I was like, I gotta take pictures, and then it's like later on, I'm like, do I really? And I looked at my computer and I said, oh wait, that's not listed. That's not listed. Facebook.
So, yeah, Lonnie says he has to put his band finger in an ice bath after my auction show. Only if we get 100 live viewers. When we get to 100 live viewers, man, it's like it opens up the troll chest of trolls, and they come out. And what was the one that we had? The soda pop ones, I think. And they came up, it was a Coke, and then it was a Sprite, and then it was a Mellow Yellow. And every time they'd say something and come up as a different soda. So let's see. Robin says, I have a mini vent for eBay. Why do people immediately fly off the handle when something is wrong with their order? Some people need to learn how to adult. Yeah, I try and be level-headed. I don't think that people are actually out there to screw you over. Let's say you buy something and you get it, and it's obviously, I mean, a lot of times it's not, if you think about it logically, it's not their fault. It could be late because of the post office, or damaged because of the driver. A lot of times it has very little to do with the seller. But you're right. I think people do. They kind of freak out and then think about it later. So,
and I think a lot of people are freaking out about a lot of things way too soon, whether it be reselling or not in life, just in general.
For sure.
Something happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's gotta be done. Like I get the same way when she's around. When even though it may not even be big on her. Oh wait, we need to pay this bill. We need this all of it. Like, she made sure all of the bills were paid for this weekend, and it's like I still said I need money in PayPal just in case something happens.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the soda trolls. That's right. It's quick. It's funny how quickly they adapt. They're like a virus. They quickly adapt and come back at you. So probably a bot of some sort. So yeah, some people just do it as a first response. I couldn't live that way. Yeah, I try and think about things before I freak out. Sometimes it doesn't work. I do freak out occasionally, but hey, try not to.
Well, you saw my one freak out video. You were part of it. not the last one. I'm talking about the one where everybody
Yeah,
all of a sudden started doing
your
report
rant.
video.
Yeah, your rant video.
Yeah.
Was it respect? Is that what you were ranting
Yep.
about? Yep. Yeah. So I agree.
So if there's no other questions about eBay or whatever, or about what's going on, because I'm not talking about the personal side of it. All I'm going to do is talk about the business, the eBay and Facebook and stuff like that.
For sure.
So even if I close the store, that means I might not even keep my domain name because why pay for it $15 a year for a domain name that if I only have 50 items?
Sure. I didn't know you even had a domain name.
Yeah, it's my store's name plus .com or .net.
Right. Yeah, no, I knew. I knew. I figured out what it was. I just didn't realize that you actually paid for the domain. I used to do that, and I thought, you know what? I never get any traffic on it, so it was
Well,
just a waste of
I
money for
did
me.
it of other people that I used to watch that said get a domain name and start making it like it's an actual website and
Sure.
start going to the blogs and putting it like somebody's talking about an eBay blog. Okay, well here's this what I have and get the traffic going that way.
Oh, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I just have never really did it.
I never did. I got the domain name, but I never did the blog part of it.
I don't even do social media all that much, which I know I should. As an advertising, and I do. Once in a while I'll do Twitter, but not very often.
Well, I haven't done an Instagram picture and since I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been forever for me too. So
I almost did it not last week, but the week before when I was playing poker. I sat it back and I'm like, should I take a picture of what I'm starting stack with? And then when I have at the first break, if I survive, then I'm like, no, because I'm not talking about reselling, I'm talking about poker. It's a different demographic of people coming to my stuff, and I don't necessarily know if I want that. So that's what I'm saying. I got to figure out what I want to get passionate about.
Sure. Yeah, Lonnie was correct. I think a lot of people don't view sellers as human because it's dehumanized because there's never face-to-face. I agree. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, Mike. Mike says, that is why I say thank you for your purchase and prompt payment. Item ships tomorrow, Mike. Then it at least puts a name to it. Huh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I might have to do that.
Yeah, and if you have like other people that have workers for them, those workers can do the emails and say, put their name. So sometimes, just like when you go to eBay itself, like on the eBay Facebook page for business, you said ask them a question. You never know if you're going to get the same CSR or whoever to respond to you.
Right. Sure. It's just usually whoever's up next.
And they say their name on each one, and they usually continue the conversation if you respond to them.
Right. Sure. Yeah, no, that is a good idea, Mike. Good thinking. So you got anything else there, Mr. Chris?
Not really.
Doesn't look like anybody in the chat has anything.
Well, like I said, I just wanted people to know that I was here and still around. Just I'm going to be lowering the store down to basically the fifth, whatever they allow me. I mean, I can have up to 500 listings if I wanted to anyway. So I'll have to see. That's why the money part, depending on how much I'm willing to, if the item I think is worth the 30 cents. I know, I always tell, and I tell other people this, why that cents get away from dollars? Well, depending on how much dollars you have to start with, you can't necessarily use those 30 cents easily.
Well, let's see. Dustin asks a question. Chris or Duane, do y'all buy anything that's a quick flip for you?
Well, I haven't bought anything. Like I said, I haven't bought anything in a long time. So, and whatever I have hasn't really flipped quick. And I did appreciate everybody that sent me the hats and stuff like that. So, I mean, they're selling here and there, but I haven't really listened to too many because I went and got other things like the patterns, and I started doing all this. That's what I'm saying. I got to figure out if I want to be niche, but with my account name, it wouldn't really make sense.
Right. Right. You know what though? I don't even think people really look at account names. I mean, they may glance at it, but I don't. I don't think it matters. You know.
Well, mine was because we were trying to do the mall thing.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
why
No.
I
No.
was
I
saying mall.
understand. Sure. Let's see. For me, I do buy. There's certain clothing items that usually flip pretty quick for me. That's usually what I buy for quick flip stuff. And it's usually, lower end, typically bread and butter kind of stuff, maybe, $15 to $20 instead of the, 20 to 30 that I try and typically do. But I did realize something, and I made a mistake. And this is a good thought process for you guys to think about. Okay, what I was always, trying to get my price per item up, right? And I did. But I got my price per item up, but my overall money coming in per month went down. And it was because I couldn't find items. I basically replaced my bread and butter items with only items that I could do, make more money. And there just wasn't as many of them. So I realized that after I started looking, I'm looking at my numbers and I'm like, man, I'm just not making the money I used to. And then I went back and I started thinking, I'm not selling these quick brands, that, that used to turn around really quick. Like back in the day, Ralph Lauren was, now it's super saturated, so it doesn't works as well. But, I used to buy a lot of Ralph Lauren and a lot of Tommy Bahama. And those little $15, they really add up in your store. So beware that you're not, selling yourself short, just trying to get that price per item up. You need to look at the whole picture, look at the whole month to month, because what I saw was, okay, I sold 60 items this month and made this amount of money. And then the next month I sold 40 items and made this amount of money. And I made 30 and then this amount of money, and it just kept going down, but my price per item went up. It went from 18 to I think was at 33 or 34. But my overall, because I was selling a lot less items, so now I'm going back and buying. Have to research some bread and butter items, bread and butter clothing brands, and doing some jeans and stuff like that, just to get money coming in, because it's not good. So Robin says she sells about $1,000 a month in items below $15. Right. And if you were to get rid of all of those and only sell things that were $30, that would probably plummet, unless you can find a lot of good $30 items.
And that's what I think I said I might change my store around and go back a little bit, because I started the other account with her.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, wanted the $5, the $5 items, or $10 and under, to be, or under $10 on her account, and then the higher end stuff on my store.
Right.
I had the store, and she was starting a new account. I figured start with the low end stuff on hers, but so I might have to put patterns back up on my account, or just keep it under the other one, since the other one's got to do with crafts anyway, or the name does.
Sure. Right. So that's a good thing to think about, is make sure you have a way of tracking those kind of numbers. I know some people don't have an inventory system or a way to track their sales. If there's money in the bank, they spend it. But sometimes these metrics that people come up with can really help them. You have to find what metric works for you, though. I mean, some people do price per items, but they do all the same type of item. I have a spreadsheet that I use, and I try and do different items. I used to be only clothing pretty much, and I'm trying to venture out and do other things. I say clothing is still my bread and butter for the most part. That's where I get the most of my money from. But I start doing other things. But yeah, make sure you have some way to track your sales so that you can see trends like this. Because had I not had it, I would have been like, man, I'm making a lot less money. What's going on? But I would have had no way of tracking it. So
before you hit Dustin's question,
Yeah.
Robin asked earlier what's going on with Chad and company. I can't speak for Ronnie,
Uh-huh.
but I know Chad said that there, to me at least, with that, or no, he said on one of the Facebook posts that with Kim going back to school and stuff, they got to work on getting back into the swing of things because they had their time to have fun for the summer too, like the rest of us. They didn't necessarily work as hard, but with the fourth quarter, I know he's been doing a. He tells me he's working hard, but sometimes working hard could be working hard at having fun too.
Sure. Well, and I know Ronnie this past week with was it Jose that went up that coast? He's been without power off and on for quite a bit. You know, he was we were talking to him and he said that his power was going on and off. So, he's kind of dealing with that. I don't think he's in any danger or, anything crazy like that, but it's just, it's kind of affecting, day-to-day life. So.
And when I say not much up, I don't know how much you caught up on, but I'm going to be getting rid of my store itself, not the account. So I'm going to be changing things up. I think again with my business plan, even though it's not really a business plan because I don't know. It's hard to explain the way I'm thinking.
Yeah, sure.
I just know I'm not going to be able to. I would rather not try surviving or whatever with $20, $25 less than if I'm not making the money to pay for that store.
Sure. Yep, that makes sense. So, all right. So Dustin says, what's y'all's focal point day in, day out? Bread and butter mix or more good hits with bread and butter? Okay, wait. Bread and butter.
That's your area. I haven't even been buying, so I can't answer these questions. I'll have bread and butter items right now.
Day and day out, bread and butter mix or more good hits with bread and butter. Well, that's what I was just talking about. I'm kind of changing back to more bread and butter because I worked myself out of my own business model without even knowing it. I didn't even think about it, but eventually I looked at it and was like, oh my gosh, that's true. So yeah, I'm working back into some bread and butter stuff. Coco says that she only looks for $100 to $200 profit items. That's see, I couldn't do that because I wouldn't find enough of those that sell. I mean, you can definitely do that if you have those kind of items in your area to source, where I don't have those kind of things. And if I do, I don't know about them. So, but we always are learning. So let's see.
And Mike said there's a sweet spot for eBay purchases. Think of why they put candy at the checkout.
Yeah, it's true. Spontaneous, those spontaneous, what are those called? Spontaneous purchases? Is that what it's called? No, it's
that works for me.
Yeah, but that's not what it's called. I can't remember what they're called. But basically, impulse. There you go. Impulse buys. Yeah, exactly. Those impulse buys right there at the check stand. So, yep. So, very good, man.
And I'm just gonna say this part since Coco says she's glad to see me in good spirits. I do have my bad nights or my bad days, so, but not many lately. But every once in a while, I still do.
Yep. So everybody's, man, there must be a heck of a delay because now they're saying impulse. So, yeah. So very good. Yeah, and I'm sure, Coco, it's not something that you start out doing, buying $100 and $200 items. But she says she's been doing it for a while, and she worked herself into it, which is awesome. Yeah. No, that's everybody has their own business model, that's for sure, and whatever works, what they can work into. So.
Yep. The last hat that I actually sold, like I said, I haven't been listening to. When I get a sale on eBay, I'm kind of shocked because everybody else complains when they don't get sales. I'm like, well, I know I'm not doing the work. And what made that person buy it for me? Who had the algorithm work when I didn't do what most people do? You know what I mean? And you
Yeah,
got people that sit there and list. They say, "Oh, I list 10 times a day, 10 items a day, or 10 items an hour," and I'm still not getting sales. That's like,
sure, sure. Well, just even if you do know the algorithm, you still have to sell good stuff. I mean, isn't that? I mean, when it comes down to it, buy good stuff, sell good stuff, good customer service. I mean, that's it.
"Hey there, Adina." I know you probably don't know who Adina is, do you?
Of course I do.
I think computer.
Yeah, you stuttered there for a minute. Yes, I do.
Okay.
See, I'm getting to know all kinds of people because of this auction thing. Because if they buy something, then they send me their
Oh yeah, that's right. She bought on your show.
correct, yeah, correct. Yep. Coco says took a lot of mistakes to get to this point. Yeah, for sure, right? I mean, that's how you learn, right? And that sometimes the more painful the mistake, the more you learn. Unfortunately.
So I'm not necessarily editing the show, but I want to thank everybody because I know I'm not usually on a Friday night. So to have us get 35 watches right now, I'm happy. Especially on a late, when everybody else complains that it's too late when I start shows at 8 o'clock.
Right. I know some of these people are like it started at 10 for them. So
Exactly.
yep. Thrift shop hustler. That's a great point. Each of us are on our own paths in this reselling journey. I think I love that the most, the diversity. It's true, man. If everybody did it the same, there would be a marketplace, right? Because we'd all be selling the same, same item for the same price. So that's what makes it kind of individual, is everybody has their own business model and their own way to sell things. So, oh wait, my wife is still here. I was beginning to wonder. I knew she didn't fall asleep. So,
Well, Nikki says that they're all here to support me. Well, I appreciate it.
absolutely. Did you watch her auction?
I know. I told you.
Damn it, Chris!
It's either I fell asleep or I told you what where my other idea is, and
Yeah. You were just doing other things, sure. No,
yeah.
I was just giving you a hard time.
I know.
We had a good time, right, Nikki?
I know. I think I watched a little bit of either last week or the week before.
Angie's?
No, not Angie's.
Let's see who was before Angie. I think that was Nikki was before Angie.
Well, then I watched Nikki's.
And then Rolling Picker was before him. I
don't know what one it was I watched because I know I watched one and I said, "Hey guys," and then I ducked out after a while. And I think I am doing it. Actually, no, that was before that. It was a while ago. Never mind. I was thinking about when I am you later that night, and I said I was gonna bid, but everybody just kept raising the bid out before I could even say anything.
Yeah,
giving me help like to get it started.
You know what? I can't bid on my stuff on my own channel, so I bid on a couple times, but I think I've only won one thing that I've bid on. So what? Poplar Picker, no, Heather's my wife. That would be kind of weird since she's in Wisconsin and I'm in Utah.
The West we just said, "Oh, forgot delay." Laugh out loud.
Right. So
that's why when there's a delay, when I'm watching and I know there's a delay, I keep clicking the live button. I don't care if I miss something that was. I can always either go back and watch it, or I can kind of pick out what's being talked about based on the comments in the chat and what's live.
Sure. So
any other last minute questions? Yeah, I wasn't even planning on doing it an hour. We're almost at the hour mark.
Really? Oh yeah, about 50 minutes in, huh? Cool.
Well, I'm going to give them some time for questions since they got a delay.
Yeah, we know all about that damn delay. So
you still using your gavel?
I'm not, because nobody can hear the damn thing. So, and I figured if I had to use it, I'd have to put it like close to this, because this is the mic that I use. So I'd have to go, smack it here, because if down here on my desk, nobody can hear it.
And if you smack it close to your head too often, you're gonna get a headache.
Well, not only that, but I'm trying to, slam the gavel down, hold the gavel thing, and hit enter. To assault. So it's just like, can't do it. Can't do it. But it's still it's sitting right here, though. See, right here. So it is nearby. See, if I hit it, nobody can hear it. Oops.
I heard it.
Yeah, I dropped it.
Well, I mean, that's what you gotta do. Is drop it instead of swinging.
Yeah. Maybe I should just. Anyway, so Coonsy Coons. I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is?
Can't recognize the name, but well, if they know who I am and they welcome me back, they must be a regular watch.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. That's why I was trying to figure out who it was, because I don't think I've ever seen it. Maybe they've changed their name. So I got to hit the hammer on something harder. Yeah.
Well, you can't use your head.
No. Yeah, I think I'll just keep doing it this way, because I'm not multi-talented. I can't, type and hit enter and smack. It's just not gonna work. So need to trade for a bell.
And one of the dealers at the poker, she has a bell on her chair, so when they tip her, she rings the bell.
Oh, nice.
Nobody else does it. She's the only one that does it.
Well, that's cool. I mean, kind of draws attention that she got a tip, right? So, let's see.
Mike's making fun of you again about living in Utah.
Yep, I know. This is true. I can have multiple wives. I just can't tell anybody. Isn't that what everybody can do, right? You just don't tell people. I can't. I couldn't have multiple wives. Heather's plenty for me. I can't keep up with her. I wouldn't. I don't understand why anybody would want more than one wife. Honestly.
I play live, Dustin. I haven't been playing online, not even on Facebook.
I haven't been playing forever.
I mean, you used to play on the same table on one of the sites. We look for each other like, okay, let's go play.
Yeah. Ancient Chinese secret.
And the last I knew, I still had over 40 million chips in that one site, or close to it.
I don't know what I'm at. I'm
not probably real money.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure.
No limit. It's free. It's a free no limit, no money game unless you don't tip the order or buy something. That's the only way you get extra chips. Okay, Coco, why would you want to do multiple husbands?
The only reason to have multiple husbands or wives is for the obvious reason. Well,
the two obvious ones, because if you have two husbands, they're both out working, you get more money.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But, obviously men are into what is it? Women are into stability and men are into variety or something like that. Not what they say. So. Yeah, see, that's what my wife says too, Nikki. That she took so long to train me that if I ever die or leave or whatever, she would never want to train anybody else. Took too long. So.
And Mike says that Heather should be behind you hitting your head with a wiffle bat when you need to do done on your options.
Yeah, right, Coco. I know exactly what you were thinking, and it wasn't about putting them to work. Nice try, though.
Well, since there's not really any more questions, I can see for about what's going on. I want to thank everybody for watching our pop-up show. Thanks, Duane, for agreeing to be on it. I know you're not used to being on a Friday night. Now you got to do triple duty this weekend.
Actually, yeah. Let's see. So Friday, and then Saturday's my show, and then Sunday's the six pack. Yeah. Could be a new reseller show, Sister Wives. That's what Jim Carrey said. So very
Now
funny.
there's already a regular TV show for it, so that doesn't work. You'd get sued for the name.
Yeah, for sure. If you're not dead, Coco, you're not too old for that. All right.
All right.
So.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Yes, Tiffany, you just came in on the end. I started at 8 o'clock my time. Now, when he went planning on going for the hour, so I'm glad I had everybody come in, and definitely we'll be back. I'm not going to be on a regular schedule. I'm just going to do it with Duane and work. If I want to do it on somebody's night, I'm going to make sure they're not doing a show that night like I did tonight. For Chad, I asked earlier, and he said he didn't know, so I said I'm going to do an hour later just to be on the safe side. So.
Yep, sounds good.
So hopefully you have a good turnout tomorrow night. Who's on?
Thelma Thrift is doing her auction tomorrow night. And she has some pretty awesome stuff. If you want to go check out the preview, I'm going to plug my Facebook group. So the MSP auction Facebook group, there's a preview of what Thelma has, and she has some pretty cool items. All over the place. Harley Davidson, jewelry, Louis Vuitton bag. She's got stuff for everybody. So come on over and check it out. It's tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central on Mothership Products channel.
Thanks, Coco. I'm still going to be around. You see me in the chat, in the groups, deleting posts.
Right, yeah. Making enemies, kicking people to the curb on the Reseller Society. So.
All right, thanks again, everybody, for watching. If you liked what I had to say, what we talked about tonight, hit that like button. Like I said, no guarantees when I'll be on again, but just know I'm around, and I will see you when I see you.
Unless he sees you first. See ya.